Idea of today's special is of late every indices or every stock is falling, and we all are trying to guess whether Nifty will be going to 18,000 or 14,000 or 12,000, or somebody was saying 5,000. I think we try to guess, or we try to know where the market is headed, what is there in the market, but we often forget what is there inside. As I always say, the devil lies within us. I mean, I speak to so many traders, and one question I always ask is, if you remove your four, five biggest mistakes, biggest blunders, then how would your P&L look like? How would your life look like if you are trading or if you're investing for a long time? So, in today's spaces, we will try to cover through participation of all the people who are willing to share that what are the mistakes people have made in last 10 years or maybe in this correction that they deeply regret, and so that others who are listening to it, if they are either in the similar boat, they will avoid it or in future if they see the same signs of mistakes that we tend to make, we will avoid it. I mean, I know people who have invested in Paytm IPO or Zomato IPO, and they are just waiting for the price to come back, things like that. So we will open it in another 2 minutes, and then I will invite my participants to share their experiences. If you are in the market for a long time, I think it will be huge help to all of us if you share your experiences and tell us not where market is headed, but what exactly not to do, which are the blunders definitely to be avoided. Let's start now. Uh, anyone who wants to take a mic and wants to share an experience? I see Pankaj is also here. We had done a similar session once on a Saturday, which lasted for 4 5 hours, and Pankaj had shared his fascinating journey. So I still remember that. Yeah, Pankaj, I have made you a speaker. I can make you a co-host as well. I want at least one co-host so that if my system crashes, in that case as well, you know, the session should not crash. Yeah, Pankaj.
Hi Anand bhai, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. So hi everyone. So as just now Anand bhai said, that what are the common mistake that we make as a trader or as an investor? Like, see, even though the market has been correcting now past 8 months, what is the one thing that I observe that usually, people do not like to hold patience. Like there is some script. If it will run 2 3% or 5%, they will suddenly feel, the script is going to go up now. They will change it. They will. It again comes to same thing. Buy at any price, BAP. I always believe in one thing. I will tell you, I am not having very sound technical analysis knowledge or very sound fundamental analysis knowledge. But mostly I wait. I can give you ample of examples where a script just ran in front of me. I did not chase it down. Honeywell automation was one. Abbott was another. Bear's crop was another, where I waited and I accumulated at very lower level. And you can see even in this falling market, Bear's crop is almost 20% above my buy price. One thing is there, when market is falling like this, nothing will be spared, but at least your drawdown will be less. That is one thing I can tell you for sure. Even now, my portfolio is not overall drawdown is around, overall, I mean to say, from where it was all time high to now, it is around 20%. I'm considering whatever plus it was and then minus now, you know but still, and if I consider the profits I have booked, my drawdown will come even max to 10%. Max, I'm telling 10%. So reason is, even if I have to accumulate for the investment purpose, I always like to wait, for the price to come in my range. HUL was there. If you go through even my timeline, Asian Paint, when it started falling, I'm holding from much lower level. But even to accumulate, I first saw around 2800. It was having very good support. That support was broken. I added at 2800. I will tell you, in fact, you can read on my timeline. But then again, 2650 was the under level. I identified, that this is good level to add. I added again at that level. So even for the long term portfolio, if you keep patience, doesn't matter how good the script is. If you pick up the history of last 5 years, even, you will see every year, or 1 year or 2 year, you will definitely get the chance to add or accumulate. You know, so I don't know, like how many of you actually do it, but one thing for sure that we should stop chasing the scripts. That is the one mistake I still see, especially the newcomers. They do. Got it. So that is one thing I see. Another thing is, like people just buy on a random recommendation, like even they don't even try to see simple fundamentals, like ROC, ROE, ROA, or depth of the company, In fact, sometime when I see someone's portfolio, like they are having just kachra stock in their portfolio. So if Nifty will go down by 2%, your portfolio will go down by 20%. That will always happen with this kind of script. So what will be my personal suggestion? Always have patience. Patience pays you very well in share market. I can tell you for sure. You know, even best of scripts you will get at dot cheap price if you hold patience. Doesn't matter, irrespective of bear market or bull market. Only thing is that in bear market you will get plenty of them. In bull market you will get like few of them. But even the good ones do correct even in bull market. Buyer's crop I was talking. Buyer's crop totally corrected in bull market. Past 5 6 months it has been going up. Got it. So that is what I feel. And then asset allocation, of course, matters. People do not even decide, that how much percentage they should put in which script. They just randomly, I think, put money. Newcomers, especially, I see they do this mistake. It is sad, but maybe you can avoid that. Decide how much percentage you
I,
want to allocate.
yeah, I will add one mistake which I did in 2007 2008 bull run, and that I see a lot of people are repeating now. That mistake was every time when stock market goes up, people become very relaxed, and one particular theme starts playing in the market. For example, in 2008, the theme which was running was infra. So a lot of infra companies, a lot of real estate companies like DLF or these companies were going up like anything. And I invested in infra and real estate related mutual fund as well, and in companies directly as well. And when market started crashing, everything crashed. Even Reliance crashed, or all the banks crashed. So did these infra companies crash. So I was always consoling myself that market is going to go up again, and all these companies are going to recover eventually. After 2008 Diwali, then within a year market recovered almost to the previous level. But all these theme companies, all these infra companies, it never came back to the previous level. It just kept on going down, down, down. If you look at any of the charts which I'm talking about, like infra companies related to Anil Ambani Group or DLF or all these GMR or Sujlon, all these companies, it never recovered. So a theme company which is peddled in the media by a lot of recommendations, when the market corrects, some of it will never recover. We saw same thing after COVID hit. Then pharma became the dominant theme, and everybody was into either pharma mutual fund or they were into pharma stocks directly. And then retail is generally very late into the party. Then when the retail started talking about pharma, every YouTube channel or even every Twitter handle, including mine, that okay, this stock went up like crazy. This stock happened like this. Then suddenly you will see the money, big money, going away from that particular sector. Then we saw a lot of specialty chemical. We saw a lot of EV cut talk. Every other Twitter space was about EV, and then we saw about power companies. So my humble suggestion to you is twofold. One is, if you are in this market where we know that at least three or maybe four rate hikes are there in US. In India also, inflation might go in double digit very soon. Such a market is not a market where interest rate will remain low or the free money supply will be there. In that market, not everything is going to go up. In such a scenario, if you're stuck, go with the safe stocks, or I would say a bundle of stocks. If you're too new, if you are less than 2 years into the market, then go with the index. So you go with a broad Nifty index, you will never be wrong, because the moment these conditions become a little smooth, geopolitical conflict becomes a little smoother, which keeps on happening. The moment we have seen some kind of recovery in global markets, then Nifty will come back to its previous level, but not those theme parks or theme stories, or the fancy stories, unhidden hidden gems, unhidden gems, that might not come back. So go for a portfolio or basket of stocks, or better you go with Nifty. That's suggestion number one. Second thing I wanted to share with you is, a lot of you might have actually, and let's face it, we are retail participants in the market. We have very very limited wherewithal. Most of us are into some other job or some other profession. Our attention is distracted, our time is divided, and in that scenario we think we will do quick study of EPS, earning ratios, or sales or PAT, and we'll become chartered accountant for time pass, and in the lunch break we'll make some good money, we'll find multi-baggers. Point I'm trying to make is, our resources are limited. Okay, so you have been mostly sold a story that, okay, this is a EV stock, or this is the theme, dominant theme, or this is the pharma stock, this is going to go like this. And even some of the analysts talk about nitty gritties, or manufacturing nuances with you, and you think you have become expert in after listening to two YouTube videos or watching TV for some time. No, my friend, it's not like that. You believed in that particular theme. For example, specialty chemical. You believed in that particular theme. You bought the stock. Now, don't try to tie it down with your ego. When you see market is correcting, for long-term holdings as well, for the themes that you have picked up, anything can go wrong, and you should be ready to exit. Okay, I'll give you an example. I think there is a billionaire hedge fund manager. I'm forgetting his name. I'm becoming pretty bad with names. He had 9 months back. He had done extensive. He bought extensive holdings for Netflix. I think Ackman, Bill Ackman. Forgive me for my pronunciation. Ackman is the guy, however you pronounce it, and he bought for long term. Netflix he bought for long term. When Netflix corrected in 2 3 days, it corrected 33%. He liquidated all his holdings, and he became naked in front of the media, saying that, I have liquidated it all. I was wrong. It's not that he is a short-term trader and he liquidated Netflix because it hits its stop loss. But every investment, every opportunity, every bit has to have some opportunity cost. So if your investment already in a particular theme has already corrected a lot along with Nifty, don't hope that it will go back to your cost price. Just cut your losses and move it to, I'm not saying go out of the stock market, move it to index. Okay, you're better off with index in this present environment, rather than being very concentrated or very focused. So this is one. I would want more participants to come and give their real life mistakes, the mistake that they did, and the regret that they would have avoided, so that we all can learn. Ashubai, you would like to speak? Surprisingly, today I have very few mic requests. In fact, I don't have any mic requests. So yeah, Sunay,
Yeah, hi Anand bhai.
Ashubai, which is the biggest mistake you have done recently in stock market?
Got carried away. Maybe got some of that FOMO or that Twitter thing.
Yeah, go on, tell us more.
Basically, I should have followed my rules, and I just got a little bit deviated. Like, ठीक है try कर लेते हैं वाले चीज पे. So that is where I made like about 2% or 2.5% of my capital, but that's it. Like I have means my position sizing is very strict now, so I get saved due to that. But yeah, that 2% also hurts a lot, because it was not the part of the system or the process. It was my own kujli that I just went with the flow, or just got carried away ki theek hai, which I shouldn't have. So that is something that I regret a lot. अभी तो
Right. Yeah, Sunay.
Right. Hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, perfectly. And you have a very sweet voice. Do you sing also?
No. I don't sing. I'm a pathetic singer. But anyway, the
Are
confession
you
that
a
I
rapper?
want. Sorry?
Are you a rapper by any chance?
Nothing. I'm not a rapper, not a singer.
How
Not.
old are you?
I'm 23.
You sound 16.
No. What
Wow.
are you saying? I don't know. I'm
Where are
not.
you from?
I'm from Bombay only.
You're from Bombay, not from Mumbai, huh? That's very bad.
No. Never from Mumbai. Only from Bombay.
Okay, where do you stay in Bombay?
Tardev,
Tardev.
like South Bombay.
Oh no, come on, man. Tardev is not South Bombay. Are you kidding me?
No, it is South Bombay.
Tardev is Middle Bombay, yaar. Come on. South Bombay is like Cuff Parade. फिर तो मैं भी बोलूंगा अंधेरी is South Bombay.
अरे
Right.
सर तारदेव
I mean,
कहाँ पे अंधेरी कहाँ पे
it is-
तारदेव
it
is like
is- It is South Bombay when you look at from Virar. So Andheri is South Bombay. Acha, Parla is South Bombay. Yeah. Tardev is Bhagat Tarachand is when Tardev, right? Mumba Devi Bhagat Tarachand.
No. Mumba Devi and all is where. No. I think you're getting confused. I'm talking about like Nana Chowk, Kemp's Corner. I don't know if you know. Breach Candy.
Breach Candy.
Ah.
Breach Candy, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just the end
I
of
am
South Bombay.
south of Worli also. It's south of Worli also.
I got it. You're near Worli. So Worli is not South Bombay, man. I stayed in Worli.
I am 10 minutes south of Worli.
So you are in probably 10 minutes from the North Bombay.
Chalo, theek.
Anyway, yeah. So I was just taking a case, man. I mean, you are very well from South Bombay.
No issues, sir.
So what do you do?
Anyway,
for your day job?
So I am actually working as a quantitative researcher at an options trading firm. It's an algo trading firm based out of Mumbai only. So I'm working as
What
a
do they
quant
trade?
researcher for them. So I basically develop option strategies and I backtest them on historical data. Most of it is on Nifty and Bank Nifty weekly and monthly options only. So that is what I do for now.
Wow. So I should send you my resume.
Are No, it's nothing like that. I don't know. I'm actually getting confused right now these days what to do ahead. So let's see. I don't know.
I mean, why are you getting confused?
So I don't know. I mean, a couple of so I don't know. I just recently got an offer from one institutional equities desk of one of the top companies in India. So they are basically they need help in their quantitative and alternative investment side. So now I don't know whether to take that up or to continue doing this. Like basically their work would this thing would involve like making sell side reports and all based on macros like economy, inflation, bond yields and all, and then sending it to brokers and all.
Sounds pretty boring here. Actually, I have seen that job. Don't take up that job, even if the salary is double.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's a summary answer. I mean, we need to sit down for a drink for a detailed answer, but you get
Can
what
I
I'm saying.
like text you or something like that on DM or something, Twitter or something?
Yes. So many people text me without asking. So yeah, go ahead, please. And I would love to talk to you. But what do you do like in your present job? You are coding all the time.
Right. So it's usually using Python. So we basically take the data from these data vendors, and we use Python to to backtest the strategies, generate the equity curves, drawdowns, high value and all of that. So and then if the strategy has given a good return historically over at least 5 to 6 years, then we deploy it on the live market using the broker's API. So we shoot the orders on different client accounts. So anyway, I am just involved in the strategy make development side, not on the order execution side.
Okay, so most asked question to me on Twitter is, "Sir, strategy bata do." So I am going to ask you the same question. कि एक strategy तो बता दो what you discovered in last 2 years.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है सर, मतलब एक ऐसा
You will also give goalmall answer the way I give, huh?
अरे चलो ना सर, अभी आप जिसको भी जो भी आपको आज से ये पूछे ना, सबको बता देना कि बस बैंक निफ्टी पे 10 o'clock का स्ट्रैडल कर लो, सबको पता है वो प्रॉफिट दिया है। 2 times प्रीमियम स्टॉप लॉस लगा दो और 90% प्रीमियम डीके टारगेट लगा दो, इट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू अ गुड रिटर्न। if India VIX is above 22, just keep doing this. This historically it has given a fantastic return.
SL 2 times.
Okay, 1.5 times, so whatever. I mean, depending on whether you have wings or not. Or if you have wings, then you can take 2 times. If you don't have wings, take 1.5 times, or whatever is your own risk appetite and capital. Keep a certain SL and keep a certain target. You will hit more targets than you will hit SLs. It's a fact in Bank Nifty straddles.
Don't tell me in your quant trading firm also you are testing 10 o'clock straddles.
No. I'm just giving you the most diplomatic answer possible on Twitter right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what exactly you test? You do like test pairs, or what do you test?
So I basically, like I said, like I focus on this Nifty Bank Nifty options only, but in strategies and all. So I mean, we use different things. Like we don't use technical indicators as much. We use open interest and all of that to, I personally love open interest analysis. So I use open interest a lot to see, which side OI buildup is happening, not happening, and things like that. So those are the kind of things I do.
And in your trading firm, if you can share, like, what kind of capital they are trading?
No, so that is something I will not be able to, disclose.
I understand, but it'll be like upward of 1,000 crore or upward of 100 crore.
I cannot give any indication, honestly.
I get it.
Yeah.
And how many people are there, if you can share?
So it's a good enough team. Again, I don't want to even like if we are a team of like you can say about 15 people or so.
Yeah, nice. And you are working there for 2 years.
No. I'm not working for 2 years. I'm working since full time since 2 months, in fact, and I've been interning with them 6 months before that. So it's just been 8 months with the firm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm an
And
engineer
you are
by this thing.
From where did you do your engineering?
Manipal.
Manipal. And how did they come to know about you? Common contacts.
No. So I actually, just made a profile and all, and I put it on all these Naukri.com and all of these websites and all. And then I was also searching for a couple of people. I found a connect with one person. So our firm, this thing, he keeps on like, tweeting and being on LinkedIn and everything. So I just got in touch with him. And then I, told him that I'm interested in this field and all, and I can backtest in Python and stuff. So, yeah.
You are the only coder in the firm, and rest of them are traders.
No. There are a couple of years. So our strategy development team and all is there. Like there are 3-4 people in strategy development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the one mistake you were talking about?
Right. So in fact, that's pretty interesting because I feel that the mistake is actually still going on. So it is an open position, in fact, that I would like to share. So what I've done is that long before, about 2 months or so, I think somewhere around mid April or so, I had initiated a covered call on Nifty. And as it turns out, it was disastrous. So, but the thing is that what I have done before also is that whenever I've initiated a covered call on Nifty, I've usually gotten out of it. I've done it many times before, and I've successfully gotten out of it because I managed to firefight my position. So I do not square off my position at a loss on the futures, and that is a very, very bad way of trading. I know that any good trader would say that you have to put a stop loss on a on a strategy with where there is unlimited loss, and you have to get out from it. That is a convention. But what I did was that I kept firefighting it, and I'm still doing it. So I'm running at a loss, which is a big loss right now. Based on, so it's like I'm just long 2 futures or 2 lots of futures on it. It's a very small capital that I'm trading with, 2 lots of futures, and I'm currently my buying price, my Nifty average is at 17,400. So I'm currently at like 15,800 or so. Nifty is 15,700. So that's like a loss of 1,70,000 or so right now. That's running on the future.
On the total capital, how much is the total capital?
Total capital is about 5 lakhs.
On 5 lakhs, you lost 1.7 lakh.
No, I have not lost. I'm still on an unrealized loss.
See, unrealized loss is more painful and greater than the realized loss, because once you realize the loss, at least you see clearly. हो क्या रहा है life में?
Right, right, right. So
So
I have
always,
actually fire fought this position since the past 2 months, collecting premiums left, right, and center, doing option selling, both put and call on Nifty only. And overall, I managed to collect about 50,000 worth of premiums. So you can say that in the strategy, my net loss has come to 1.2 lakhs. And while my intention is to continue to firefight it, I don't know what to do. And, deep inside, I want to firefight it. I want to make sure that I collect premiums worth 1.7 lakhs before I square off this, which is a loss of 1.7 lakhs. But I don't know, as a trader, and I don't have experience in this. So I don't know, as a trader, I'm just very scared to actually square off that position on Zerodha, which is showing a loss of 1.7 lakhs. And, somewhere I feel that, if I do that, then I should just quit trading after that. So I don't know.
wow. Basically, I think before you joined, I was just saying the same thing, that our biggest enemy in the market is not the market or how the market will behave, but we ourselves.
Hmm.
Okay. This urge to be right, this urge to be profitable in each trade, or to square it off at a nominal profit rather than a big loss. This urge, it gives us maximum number of big losses, and few big losses in life. It just finishes our career, or it finishes the dreams that we had. Okay. So
Hmm.
you have to watch your behavior rather than where the market will go. I'll
Hmm.
tell you two scenarios. Okay, Sunay,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
what is your full name?
Sunay Mehta.
Sunay Mehta. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's say, and I'm not wishing you bad or anything, Sunay Mehta,
Right.
agar tomorrow if Nifty goes below 15,000,
Hmm.
goes to a pain level where you are forced to liquidate your position. Let's say you have a loss of 2 lakhs or 3 lakh, somewhere you'll liquidate, or maybe once you lose entire 5 lakh, you'll liquidate. That is scenario number one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
You will have a huge dent. Probably you will not be able to see clearly in the mirror for some time. Okay. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two is, let's say tomorrow something happens and Nifty goes back to 17,000, then goes back to 18,000, and you are able to liquidate this position in profit.
Hmm.
That is scenario number two.
Hmm. Correct.
If you make profit in this position, it will reinforce your bad habit, and you will in future blow up a bigger account. Because what you will be learning is, there is the land is full of landmines. You close your eyes, you prayed, and you put one step after the another, and then the third step and the fourth step, and you came out of the football stadium. Next time it is not going to happen. It's not going to happen, and you will blow up the field, because you might get lucky this time, but a bad habit, it will show up on a bigger capital, because you will have this inherent belief, बॉस एक बार बच गए थे ना, तो बच ही जाएंगे, right? There is a, ultimately there is a decent probability of it going up. So
Hmm. Hmm.
learning a lesson in the beginning by liquidating 1.7 or 2.7 or 3.7 lakhs, remembering it for life, not to hold a position beyond a certain percentage, is far better and far smaller tuition fees than this position getting into small profit and you getting it out. It's not about money. When you're 23-year-old, it's not about money. It's about the learning experience. So I
Hmm.
don't know where the Nifty will go. If you ask me, I am bearish for a long time. Okay, and I'm a trend follower, so I think more pain is there. Tomorrow night we have FOMC meeting. Now it is talked about that 100 basis rate hike will be there, which will create havoc in many of the asset classes. I think I was talking to someone today itself, and one of the large Bitcoin exchanges going for liquidation. A lot of other assets will start getting margin call. So we will see a lot of pain coming if there is a serious rate hike of 100 basis or even 75 basis. So I mean, market view is that it is going to go down further. More pain is left. But irrespective of where the market goes, I think tomorrow morning you should liquidate your position. Second is, there are some kind of trades, some kind of positions you should not firefight. You have taken a directional call. You have taken a futures, right?
Right.
Once it hits a stop loss, just get out, man. You will think more clearly. There are 1,000 new ways to trade the next day. right?
No, so one of the reasons that I'm actually not doing it is also, see, if this was a short position and the market would have rallied, then I would have, liquidated it. But one of the other things that is also that is also telling me that, okay, Sunai, don't liquidate, there is no point of liquidating, is because, see, even if there's a 100 bips hike, forget 100 bips, even if there's a 150 bips hike tomorrow in the FOMC meeting itself, and if he says that I will keep hiking it for 200 bips in the next 10 meetings, right? If you look at history, then that's a thing that all that I need to do technically, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, it will sound like the worst thing as a trader to say this, but markets will go up, right? And markets have seen Gulf War, markets
Why,
have seen
why, why,
2008
why
COVID.
you think markets will go up? No, 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 my friend. Many things can happen in the market which have not happened in last 30 years in Indian market. You look at Japanese stock market, you look at Pakistani stock market, you look at Sri Lankan stock market. Why you think market will go up? It might stagnate around 15,000 for next 15-20 years. It might. I'm not saying Indian markets have that kind of ingredient. I'm not saying that. But what makes you say that? The entire world is getting the energy of the entire world is leverage. Out of 1 rupee, the loan is given on leverage, and that too for last 2-3 years it was given at 0% interest, and that free money is being further leverage, and then it is going to emerging markets, it is going to all asset classes including agriculture, commodities, including Bitcoin. So once this tightening starts happening, we might very well, as you're saying, 200 basis, and then next 10 we might as well go to any imaginable level, because business will start becoming unprofitable. I'm not saying it is going to happen. It's a hypothetical scenario, but don't ever assume that good that we are talking about index, but don't ever assume that uh, this kind of a scenario can never happen. When Musharraf took over Pakistan, for 2.5 months, the entire Pakistan stock exchange from the very next day was closed. No trading, nothing. Okay, and you look at Japanese stock market. I think it made a high in 1991, and since then that high was not seen. So people who invested in 1990 or 91, they're still waiting for market to make a new high. So depending on how much heated up it was, I mean, दूर क्यों जाना है अपना ये अपने घर का जो है Nasdaq, it made a high in 2001. I think the next high came after 10-15 years, if I'm not wrong. So never assume, my friend, that market will always go up. At least, and futures is a leverage instrument, right? From your 17,000 level, if it goes to 12,000, you will be liquidated much before that. You will get a margin call much before that, right? So it's not that you have bought the index with full quantity. I think the leverage is sufficient in future to liquidate you much before that. So yeah, have I answered your question?
Right. No, I've got your answer. So what you're trying to say is that कि hard stop loss लगाना ही चाहिए in an unlimited loss strategy.
And I mean, people come to the stock market thinking about मुझे indicator बता दो, मुझे ये कुछ secret recipe बता दो, मुझे कोई strategy बता दो. But it's as simple as about risk management, discipline, and managing your money better. So you should have the right habits, and holding something from 17,000 to 15,800 as a trader is a bad habit. So irrespective of where it goes, you square it off and you will remember it for a long time.
Correct. I understood.
I hope I'm not coming across as too harsh.
No. You're not coming across as too hard. It is just that and you are more experienced than me. But what I'm trying to say from my point of view, it is an emotional this thing for me to because it's very early on that my ego has been hit about the fact that my trading call was wrong.
Oh my God, ego! Uh,
No,
your
I'm just
ego
being
will be.
very honest about it, right? I
I'm telling
think
you,
yeah.
your ego will be pulverized in next 15 years if you remain a trader. A trader goes home every day with ego crushed. Even if you made profit, you will be like, yeah, thoda aur ban sakta tha. Why I squared off early. And
Right.
if you make a loss, I am the. If you make a series of losses, you will think like I am the worst person on the planet. Nobody loves me. So your ego is going to be pulverized like anything in next 15-20 years. So be ready for that. And don't ever think that if this doesn't happen, I'll quit market. It's like, I mean, you got to always get up and
Right.
and yeah. So develop good habits. That's my message to you. Yeah, आशु भाई आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं बोलिए ना प्लीज मैं थोड़ा लंबा
Thanks,
हो गया.
Anand. Thanks a lot, Anand.
या आनंद भाई मैं बस सनी से एक वही क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा था लाइक उसके लैंग्वेज में. सो सनी अभी आपका कितना मार्जिन यूज हुआ है लाइक 5 लाख में कितना मार्जिन यूज्ड है?
Oh, I think about 4.2, 4.3.
4.2 4.3. सो बेसिकली अगर इंडेक्स लाइक 200 पॉइंट और नीचे जाता है तो आपका मार्जिन कॉल आना चालू हो जाएगा, राइट?
हाँ, लेकिन ये जो बाकी के जो सब है जो पोजीशंस मेरे है those are all hedged. Like for example, I've bought a put, I've sold a call, and like I told you, right, like I'm firefighting it right now.
सो
So
आपका मैक्स लॉस डिफाइंड है?
नहीं, अभी मेरा मैक्स लॉस नहीं डिफाइंड है क्योंकि कैसा हो रहा है कि भले ही मैंने पुट खरीद के रखा है, मैं वो पुट को प्रॉफिट पे जाके स्क्वायर ऑफ कर दूंगा. अभी उस मेंटालिटी से मैं कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं लाइक अभी अभी करंट पोजीशन के बेसिस पे
हाँ.
डू यू हैव एनी डेल्टा लाइक कुछ ओपन है या आप पूरा का पूरा न्यूट्रल करके बैठे हो, मतलब ऊपर नीचे सब खरीद बेच?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, डेल्टा इज पॉजिटिव. आई एम लॉन्ग ऑन द मार्केट राइट नाउ.
यू आर
Net, net.
राइट. सो बेसिकली मार्केट नीचे जाएगा तो मार्जिन कॉल आएगा ना?
हाँ, करेक्ट.
करेक्ट. सो आपका पेन पॉइंट आपको पता है सिंस यू आर इन कॉन्स, सो यू मस्ट हैव कैलकुलेटेड लाइक कि कहाँ पे जाके लिक्विडेट होगा.
I think about 15,500 is where I had calculated today for me. Is
So what's the plan there? Like what are you planning to do at 15,500?
at 15,500, I have not thought. I do not have a plan.
Just a
I'm
200
being very honest about
tap
it.
down, right? It might open tomorrow at 500, like for all you know.
Right. Of course, you are absolutely right, and that is the whole reason I'm here in this space right now because it has been very emotionally demanding for me because I just don't know how to do it. Like Anand sir said that squaring off is the best thing to do, but I just don't know what to do right now. 15,500 is where I can just say that I'm hoping the market does not go below, and 15,500 is the max that I can take. And I guess that 15,500 is where I might have to hit the hard stop loss button.
Right, you got to somewhere do it. So yeah, at least take this as a learning for the next time that don't get too deep into that hole that you can't get out.
Right. No, I'm playing with controlled capital. This is nowhere, affecting my financial position and all. So that's the whole idea to learn
Then
with such.
काट दो कल सुबह काट दो. You'll feel very good. Like you'll feel like एक बहुत heavy burden is taken off from you. It's better, yeah. It's very elevating. It's very like it feels very good. Like I have done that. I've been there. It feels very good. You'll have a better sleep tomorrow.
Yeah. Sunay, I hope you don't mind me saying all that because I see you and I see myself when I was 23-year-old and I made similar mistakes. So many similar mistakes. We're holding like an ice cream and it melting, money melting in front of me. So I'm telling you from my experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Same with me. Yeah.
Right.
Tony, you want to say something or Akshay?
Hi, sir. I'm audible?
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening, everyone. So, actually, I just came across with the topic. So, I just thought to share something which might be funny for many. But this is a big mistake I made in 2021, actually. So, I just thought to share with everyone. So, actually, I started my trading journey in a bear market. That was actually in crypto in 2018. So this was my first bull rally in terms of stock market or crypto market or anywhere. Like I've never seen like prices can go 10x or like that. So when I was trading and learning in 18 and 19, so that time I was observing the stock market, but I never traded it. So there was a mindset in my mind that whenever you enter a trade in buy side, just exit at your first target. Like I used to have a target of like 3%, 5% for swing trading, like 10%, and I used to exit. I was making profit definitely, and I was waiting that there will be a bull market and I'll make a lot of money. So besides couple of trade like buying bottom of Bitcoin and Ethereum, besides couple of trades, so what I did in the whole bull market since 2020 to 2021 end, I kept booking with the same mindset. So every time I was buying a stock, because I started trading Indian stock market like end of 2020, what I did is that many stocks I bought almost at the best possible prices in 2020 and 2021 many times. But what I did is I booked them very early. I booked them very, very early. And what it resulted is that at the end of the bull rally, I was like not even 2x on my profits from the stock market trading. However, many of my friends who used to trade with me, and they were trading like a long time ago as well, and I was the one who was the key technical analyst because my main edge of trading is technical analysis. It's not like I don't understand strategies. Definitely, I know the meaning of starters and all, but I never use them. I only trade futures mostly, and I trade options buying, and that is also based on my technical analysis direction actually. So it's not kind of strategies I use. So they made a lot of profit. Even few of my friends made like 3x to 5x on their portfolio who were trading with me, like as a group, as a friend. Okay, but I could not. I could not, even being the key player who told them that it will happen, but I could not utilize them. So what was the biggest mistake was that I had the same mindset of bear market during the bull market, that prices don't go that much high. So anybody who is actually new to trading, because I cannot like tell you what happened in past because I started very late. I'm just 3 years experience in trading, or more like 4 years, not more than that. So what I can say, anybody who's listening to me, whenever you are like trading today, is like you are watching markets are crashing, prices are dropping, and everything you buy that just goes against you. And if something pumps, that goes 5-10% and then dumps again. What I can say is just whenever the price, the market returns, whenever the next rally returns, always book in partials and try to hold. Like that is something which one should not have a kind of mindset in a type of market, that they need to be versatile to change, which I failed to do so in this bull run. So that was the biggest mistake I made. And second mistake I can say was the trade of route mobiles. Like route mobiles was I think I bought it at 820, around 820 or 825. And that was having small capital, okay, from my portfolio. But one of my friend told me that this is going to be huge because he was quite good with FA, like fundamentals. And I hold it that, to be honest. Okay, I was just watching the weekly chart and checking the trend, and everything was good. I holded it to 2400, like it did 3x. Okay, but what I did here is like I just felt that this is the first trade I hold it so long in stock market. I made like 300% profit. But what I did in the end is that my friend kept telling me that this company is going to like be like something in very big in long term, and you do not have to sell it for just 3x. And I was telling him since February, like even Anand sir, I tagged you in a chart. Since February, I'm shorting Nifty. Like since 17,400, I am shorting it for 15,450. That was my final target. That it has to draw 15,430. Like 4 months, I am shorting Nifty. But I just believed in him and I hold it route mobiles till now, and it's 1,200 again. So I lost 50% profits directly. And it's like only 40% from my entry now. So that was the second mistake I made, that when I tried to be a hero, like tried to become a holder, I chose the wrong direction. Why? Because I just thought I could not make it in 2021 because I did not hold my positions. Now this is the chance. I can hold the route mobile because he's telling me about the fundamentals. So my mistakes were like when I was in bull market, I did not anticipated it the way I should because I had a mindset of bear market from the beginning. And when I had to be follow my instincts and follow my strategies that I should sell my stocks and holdings because I'm short or bearish, I did not because I believed at the wrong time to become a holder. So these two mistakes I made in stock market, which I wanted to convey.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
sir,
did you make any mistake which was like a blunder in terms of losses that made you incur huge losses? I mean, given your capital, and which you will remember for like long time, or maybe when you're too old, you'll always
uh,
remember that. Was there
okay,
any
sir.
mistake
So
like that?
yeah, that is my first trade, but that's not from stock market. That's from crypto market. That's actually my first trade ever. That was that I bought some bitcoins in 2017 December at like around $18,000. So that was the peak because my friend recommended me, and that was my first ever trade. I bought the Bitcoin, but I did not stop there. he told me to buy a coin named SIA, okay, SIA. Maybe if you know that, and even if you don't know, that doesn't matter. So I bought that coin at a price of 1400 satoshi. So count it like 1400, okay. He told me that just buy it and hold it. And to be honest, I holded that, and within 3 months, that became 23, from 1400 to 23. So the almost I bought like
2300
no sir, it's 23, 23, number 23, two digits.
from 1400 to 23.
Exactly, just in 3 months. So, so I almost like bought Bitcoin of that time. Like I was just doing my other works. I was not in trading, and I like bought around 90,000 rupees worth of Bitcoin, and I invested all of that, and that became like I think when I withdraw that, it was like 1,200 rupees, 1,200 or 1,300. So that's how I started my trading journey, and that was the biggest loss. And since then, I never made such kind of loss. To be honest, I never lost more than 20 to 30% on my overall balance. Never, I didn't, because
In,
the first thing
in,
I learned is risk management. After that,
incidentally, I opened my Wazirex account today itself.
okay, okay,
Yeah, and I bought my first USDT,
okay,
which was priced around I think 84,
okay.
and it is for a layman like me, it is like fairly complicated
Why you
opening an
bought
account.
dollars at 84?
Yeah, yeah,
US,
that.
USDT, it is something different. It is
No,
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 different than
actually,
that's
dollar.
USDT
that's US
USDT
dollar.
is a stable coin, sir. It's same like US dollar because it is backed by dollar. So you can consider like if you have to make a cryptocurrency of dollar, that is USDT. Kind of you can consider that.
अगर टोकनाइज्ड डॉलर ऐसे बोल सकते हैं.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can say.
अंग्रेजी में बोले तो tokenized dollar, and I
Yes,
had
sir.
to buy it from P2P, and then I
Yes.
had to do like Paytm to the peer, to the seller, and then I had to upload the proof of the
Got it.
transaction. Fairly
Sir,
unnerving it was. I mean,
right
I
now,
thought it was.
right
So you're
now
already down 5%.
जो
Congratulations.
टैक्स जो टैक्स के लॉज आए ना सर, जो टैक्स के लॉज आए हैं,
हाँ,
सो एक्चुअली क्या है कि जो टैक्स के नए लॉज गवर्नमेंट ने लाए हैं, उन्होंने सीधा सीधा बोला है कि क्रिप्टो ट्रेडिंग हमने बैन कर दी है, आप क्रिप्टो ट्रेडिंग नहीं कर सकते, यू कैन जस्ट इन्वेस्ट इफ यू विश टू.
I'm not doing for trading. These are for my grandchildren.
Then you have to buy something else from USDT because when you buy USDT, you are already like 10-12% in loss from your fiat in the beginning.
My stop loss is at zero, na.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hopefully,
Sir.
it doesn't go below zero because
अरे
crude oil
आनंद भाई
once went
USDT
to.
is like dollar, so dollar जितना मतलब रुपी जितना depreciate होगा, that is
No,
only
no,
that मतलब you are
arey,
gonna get.
it's a complicated scheme. Ashu bhai, I need to buy USDT,
Hmm?
then I will transfer it to Binance, and then from Binance, I will buy Bitcoin. That is the idea
अरे
in
then
dollar.
don't keep that Bitcoin और Binance. आप मेरे को DM करो, मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
सर बड़ा सिंपल है, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. आप उसको किसी भी एक वॉलेट बना लीजिए जो कि आइसोलेटेड वॉलेट होगा, या तो आप मेटामास्क यूज कर लीजिए या फिर ब्लॉकचेन का बेसिक वॉलेट बना लीजिए ऑनलाइन, और आप चाहे वजीरेक्स पे ही बाई करके उसको ट्रांसफर कर दीजिए, आपको बाइनेंस पे जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं.
Wazirex में buy price Bitcoin का बहुत गंदा है.
अब अच्छा, मार्जिन इशू, हाँ वो होगा सर, स्प्रेड इशू होगा,
If you
लिक्विडिटी का
go
इशू.
and buy a little bigger amount, then Wazirex will give you very worst price. So ये सब थोड़ा R&D किया है. Anyways, moving on to the next speaker who wants to share a mistake, real genuine mistake where you had sleepless nights, or maybe you had few hair lost.
Sir, if I may.
Akshay,
Just
Hello,
just
sir.
a second, आनंद भाई उसके पहले I'm sorry, I have to leave now. मेरा
ना
sleep
ना ऐसे
cycle
कैसे आशु
मैं
भाई लीव
ठीक कर
यू
रहा हूँ.
आप दूसरे सबके स्पेस में आते हैं और आप ऐसे घंटों रहते हैं, हमारे स्पेस में आते हैं तुरंत जा रहे हैं,
नहीं
ऐसा
मैं
नहीं
definitely
चलेगा.
नहीं, मैं प्रॉमिस करता
नहीं
हूँ सर,
नहीं
आपको मैं टाइम दूंगा, इधर ही
नहीं नहीं
आऊंगा.
नहीं, अभी रुकना पड़ेगा, ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है.
ओके ओके ठीक है.
अरे आई एम जस्ट किडिंग. ठीक है, कम बैक.
श्योर चलो, थैंक्स. गुड नाइट एवरीवन
गुड नाइट, गुड
फ्रॉम
नाइट.
माय साइड. या बाय.
या अक्षय भाई आप बोलिए.
Anji sir, first of all, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. First time attend कर रहा हूँ, उसमें आपने बोलने दिया. Happy to be participant here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I think
right. Yeah, I mean, this is my second stint in market actually. So I started in 2014 for a brief period of 6 months. कुछ समझ नहीं आया, so I basically moved out without much, but then came back into the market late 2020, and then was going on for a few months here and there until things changed drastically since starting of this year. And I started sort of developing this gambler's fallacy and gambler mindset कि कितना ऊपर जाएगा या कितना नीचे जाएगा. It was more like speculative based, so naked positions overnight, especially like if it is continuously uptrend, then just taking a contra trade. And this was driven by sort of a revenge mentality, because once I lost about over 10% in a single trade, and the next day I was able to recover 12% in a similar fashion, which sort of encouraged me ki, I can take contra positions with large quantities and go without stop loss and those sort of things. So in a month's
Which
time,
which was the
in a couple
trade
of
where you
months'
lost
time,
10% and next day you recovered 12%?
12%.
No, which was the trade? Tell us more about the trade.
So
Trade.
basically, so this was, I think, around 6th of January. I can tell you the exact date. So 6th of January ko, this was an expiry day trade. And Wednesday ko, I took a contra position ki market niche jayega. And I think 6th of January, if I'm not wrong. And I think it was a gap down of over 200 points or something like that on Nifty in my favor. So I had huge quantities and I recovered like all my losses. And on top of that, I made a couple of like 2% more. So that encouraged me a lot that, see, I can come out of any sort of a negative balance, negative trade, and predict the market. And this was more, again, as I said, this was revenge driven, because I had started losing my capital. And because I made it, the timing was of this thing was like ridiculous, because once I got that trade in my favor, it felt as if I could recover all of my drawdown in like a week's time or something. So I started doing it very aggressively, and then there was a series of 3-4 losses, which were again like bringing me further down into my drawdown, which made me think that I can still do it, right? And it took me about a month to realize that there's not trading that I'm doing. And I had already lost about 50% of my account. I'm still in drawdown, by the way, but far different strategy now. So I guess it was like understanding the emotion behind it, and like a lot of people say that don't try to recover everything or like be a master in a couple of days or few days, slow and steady. So yeah, that was a huge mistake. And after that, I started understanding that my mentality, how I react. Yeah.
Unfortunately, your voice is cracking. I mean, we could understand and hear what you said, but your voice is cracking a lot.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'll probably drop
No,
off
no,
because it's a bad like. No problem. I'll just leave it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Anybody else would like to be a speaker and share his experience or her, or we'll call it a day. Pankaj bhai, yeah.
So yeah, Anand bhai. So like, what is the thing? Even I'm listening. All those who are, I was just off for a moment because my Twitter crashed. So like until and unless we haven't got real loss, we keep on doing revenge trading, right? Or not putting a stop loss. Before I lost connection, I was actually about to tell this point. That's another common mistake we come across, right? Not putting a stop loss. No, and I don't
मैं
know.
आपको बताता हूँ ना कि ये कैसा है ना कि ट्रेडिंग जो है ना ये बहुत ही सिमिलर है ड्राइविंग से. जो भी नया लड़का जो सीखता है ना ड्राइविंग सीखता है तो वो बहुत तेज गाड़ी चलाता है और जब वो तेज गाड़ी चला रहा होता है तो उसको जो उससे जो धीमे गाड़ी चला रहा होता है वो उसको बेवकूफ लगता है. ये क्या बेवकूफ है, इसको तो चलाना ही नहीं आता है. ऐसे हल्का सा एक्सीलेटर दबाने का गाड़ी तो हवा में उड़ेगी, राइट? उसको ही लगता है. जब उसको एक बार ठोकर लग जाती है ना और अगर वो ठोकर छोटी लगी, बहुत बड़ी लगी, तो फिर तो अपना वो काम ही हो गया, राइट? वो थोड़ा सा ठिठक जाता है। और जब उसे दूसरी बार ठोकर लगती है, जब उसकी गलती नहीं भी हो, तब वो उसको समझ में आ जाता है कि भैया ये आसान काम नहीं है, जब आपकी गलती नहीं है तब भी आपकी ठुक सकती है। तो वो फिर वो धीरे-धीरे चलने लगता है और फिर जो नया लड़का आता है उसको बोलता है ये क्या बेवकूफ की तरह चला रहा है। ये साइकिल रिपीट होती रहती है। तो ट्रेडिंग में भी जो जो बुरी आदतें बन जाती है ना कि लॉस हो रहा है, रात को प्रे किया और सुबह फिर से वो ब्रेक इवन पे निकल गए या प्रॉफिट में निकल गए, तो वो एक हैबिट बन जाती है कि यार चलो हेवी क्वांटिटी लेकर। तो जब अचानक से ऐसा बड़ा झटका लगता है कि अकाउंट आधा उड़ गया या लिक्विडेट हो गया या मार्जिन कॉल आ गई या अब तो मम्मी को बताना ही पड़ेगा इतना लॉस हो गया, ऐसी जब नौबत आ जाती है, तब आदमी फिर थोड़ा स्लो स्लो खेलने लगता है। और तब शायद उसकी ट्रेडिंग, अगर वो बचा रहा ट्रेडिंग के प्रोफेशन में, तब उसका थोड़ा सा कर्व ठीक से स्टेबल होना शुरू होता है। ये मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है।
Correct, exactly. I will tell you, Hindustan Zinc has been one of my favorite swing trade. I remember I do exit. I enter around 305, 306, and I do exit. I have made a rule, that is a set rule. Doesn't matter where it will go. Once it touches 340, because I can see it has like a strong resistance at that point. So I remember one person trolling me that time. In fact, just before this fall, why you exited, dividend is coming and all. And you see where Hindustan Zinc is right now. I didn't told him anything. I just told him, okay, fine, I'm happy with my profit. Let others hold those who want to hold. So
Yeah.
yes, as you said, until or unless now, I don't think he will ever think of even doing that. So yeah, we have other speakers. Let them speak now.
Arun or Tejas?
Hello.
Yeah, Arun.
It's me, Tejas here, sir.
तेजस बोलिए।
हाँ।
आपका प्रोफाइल पिक्चर नहीं है।
नहीं, अभी मैं ऐसे में ट्रेडिंग थोड़ा फॉलो करने के लिए मैंने अकाउंट खोला था तो उसके लिए मैं कुछ नहीं यहाँ पे यूज किया
So
पिक्चर वगैरह।
Tejas, from where are you? I think, let me guess. You are from Hyderabad.
No, I am from Kolhapur, Maharashtra.
Oh wow. So where is it? I mean,
Kolhapur is like
Kolhapur. I know. I thought you said something else. Kolhapur I know.
हाँ,
कोल्हापुर शोलापुर आई नो। वो कोल्हापुर का तो पहले चप्पल बनती थी, राइट? कोल्हापुर चप्पल।
yes. अभी भी फेमस है।
Okay. How far is it from Mumbai?
It's 450 kilometers.
450.
Closer from Pune, Anand bhai. You should come to Pune.
Yeah. Oh, so ये basically okay. And for how many years you are trading, Tejas?
Last 3 years.
3 years.
Like after COVID only.
And what is your day job?
Day job, I'm working as a design engineer. Manufacturing.
What is design engineer?
balls.
I've never heard of design engineer.
In mechanical field, designing engineer. In design and development department.
Okay.
We manufacture jig and fixtures for the
What do you manufacture?
jig and fixtures, design and development.
Okay.
Usually, we are manufacturer of gearbox and walls, gate walls.
What kind of
loose walls.
gearbox you do you manufacture, like automobile car gearbox?
No, marine gearbox.
Marine gearbox. So is
Yes.
it like like what kind of gearbox is
Not
it?
the big one, the small boats which use for like fishermen's
So
use
these are like
usually.
automatic gearboxes, or is it like
No,
ship
manual only. We just provide them. Right now, it's working finely in our company.
Okay, great. Okay, so tell us more about your trading mistake.
Yeah, actually,
Anand bhai, sorry, Anand bhai, Soham bhai is there. I think I can see him is from long time, and I would like to speak, listen to him also. If you can invite him.
Yeah, I've invited him, but he might be a little busy
Occupied.
right now.
Okay.
I've invited him. Yeah, Tejas, go on, please.
या ओके एक्चुअली मैंने कल ही मैं मिस्टेक की है वो लाइक बड़ी मिस्टेक कह सकता हूँ this month I started with 10% of my capital. Like I was having 10, I'm having 10 lakh, but I have deployed only 1 lakh in trading account. So I'm doing only option buying. So in this week, like in these 10 days, I have doubled my capital, like by controlling my quantities and everything. Okay, and अभी हुआ क्या, कल तक लाइक फ्राइडे तक सब ठीक था. हाँ, प्रॉफिट हो रहे थे, हर रोज थोड़ा 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 करके जमा कर दिया. और कल एक मिस्टेक ये हो गई कि मैं व्यू लेके बैठ गया कि नहीं, मार्केट एक बाउंस देगा. और यूजुअली मैं ओआई भी ट्रैक करता हूँ और प्राइस भी देखता हूँ, वीवैप यूज करता हूँ. और अगर वीवैप के ऊपर हो तो मैं लाइक बाइंग यूजुअली प्रेफर करता हूँ. अभी कल प्रॉब्लम क्या हो, मैंने ही मेरे खुद के रूल ब्रेक कर दिए एंड कल टोटल ओआई बेरिश था, इवन पुट्स नेगेटिव में थे, तभी भी मैंने कॉल ट्रेड किया. ये लाइक one of the biggest mistake, and yesterday I traded only calls. 10-15 पॉइंट्स का एसएल ओके गया, फिर एक डीप आता था, फिर कोई नया सपोर्ट दिखता था, फिर बाय करता था, जस्ट बिकॉज क्योंकि मेरा वो व्यू था कि मार्केट ऊपर जाएगा. आई स्टिक टू दैट व्यू एंड दैट इज द ओनली वन बिगर मिस्टेक विच गेव मी लाइक 50% लॉस, लाइक डबल किया था वो भी फिर नॉर्मल जगह पे आके बैठा
तेजस
कैपिटल.
भाई, आप कहीं पे तो अपना पोजीशन साइजिंग थोड़ा सा ठीक करिए. एक दिन में पीएनएल में इतना फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं आना चाहिए, 2-3% से ज्यादा नहीं आना चाहिए. सो यू हैव टू रिड्यूस
एक्चुअली
योर.
यस यस यस, एक्चुअली मेरा कल ये पहली चीज हो गई कि मेरा स्टिक टू था. और फर्स्ट और सेकंड टाइम में मैंने जो हिट ले लिया, एसएल हिट हो गया, उस टाइम पे मुझे एक्चुअली रुकना चाहिए था. और उसके बाद मैं कैरिड अवे हो गया कि हाँ नहीं, अभी एक क्वांटिटी बढ़ा सकते हैं और फिर अगर बाउंस आ गया तो कर देंगे कवर, राइट. तो वो करते 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 वो हो गया. अभी जो कैपिटल लाइक मैंने प्रॉफिट्स कमाया था वो भी जीरो हो गया. लिटरली yesterday I paid like more than 10,000 brokers, 10 to 12,000 rupees brokerage on a capital size of 2 lakh rupees. और अभी वो 1 लाख कैपिटल बचा है. मैंने जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन कि मैंने वो बाकी कैपिटल कभी अंदर नहीं लाया डीमेट में, वो सेविंग्स में ही पड़ा है. सिर्फ 10% लाया हूँ और मैं उसी से ट्रेड करता हूँ, उसी को गवाता हूँ और फिर उसी को बढ़ा दो. तो अभी मेरा बड़ा मिस्टेक हुआ कि मैंने रूल्स फॉलो नहीं किया. मैं स्टिक टू रह गया कि नहीं, वो बोलते हैं ना कि एक व्यू हम पकड़ लेते और उसके बाद हम जाते उसके पीछे, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं गलत हो गया. और सेकंड थिंग, कंटिन्यूअसली पोजीशन बढ़ती गई जैसे लॉस बढ़ता गया कि हाँ इतना होगा, अभी 6,000 हो गया ना, अभी डबल करते हैं क्वांटिटी और आगे जाएगा तो एक बाउंस मिलेगा तो हम ग्रीन में आ जाएंगे. तो वहां पे सब लाइक गड़बड़ हो गया. पहले 10 दिन में टोटल कंट्रोल था, लाइक क्वांटिटी भी.
नहीं तेजस भाई, आई एम रियली टू से सॉरी टू से, बट आप
हाँ,
अभी जो कर रहे हैं
हाँ,
ये ठीक नहीं कर रहे हैं, इन द सेंस कि इट इज मोर अकीन टू गैम्बलिंग रादर देन ट्रेडिंग.
यस यस यस,
रादर
एब्सोल्युटली.
देन क्या ऊपर जाएगा क्या नीचे जाएगा, यू हैव टू हैव position sizing in such a way and your risk management in such a way that you don't lose a large capital percentage of capital in a day or in a week or in a month. Also
यस,
you don't gain a large ऐसा ट्रेडिंग में नहीं होता है कि 2 दिन में डबल हो गया. दैट इट इज जस्ट नॉट पॉसिबल. तो उसको पोजीशन साइजिंग को पहले ठीक करिए.
राइट,
और इसको अगर इसको देखिए, गियर बनाना अपने आप में बहुत ही टफ काम है, राइट. और
बराबर.
उसके बाद आप जो भी टाइम मिल रहा है उसको आप रिक्रिएशन करने के बजाय, अपने फैमिली के साथ बिताने के बजाय, आप अगर स्टॉक मार्केट में लगा रहे हैं, 24 घंटे आपके दिमाग में घूम रहा है, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ, एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, एट द एंड ऑफ द डेकेड, यू शुड हैव सम हैंडसम गेन्स। और जो राह पे अभी आप चल रहे हैं, तो इसके आपके दिमाग में बस क्योस ही क्रिएट होगा। आप ब्रोकरेज ज्यादा पे करेंगे, आपके ब्रोकर के बच्चे अंग्रेजी मीडियम में पढ़ेंगे, बट आपको कुछ
बराबर।
हासिल नहीं होगा, बिकॉज सो मेनी ट्रेड्स यू आर टेकिंग, such big trades you are taking, given your capital size, and
Yes,
that's why you are paying huge brokerage as well. And मैं वो बोलता हूँ, इसको रीथिंक करिए ड्राइंग बोर्ड पे जाके।
yes,
इट्स
yes,
इट लुक्स लाइक थोड़ा इस पे इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने का जरूरत है।
yes. Thank you.
We also have Sardarji. Sardarji, can you hear me?
Sir, 8 minutes, sir. I just wanted to say I might have to take a leave, so just good night, sir.
Tony, who is it?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, Tony, sir.
Tony, ऐसे कैसे सब लोग छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, मैं ही अकेला
सर
बचूंगा?
एक्चुअली सर
नहीं नहीं,
कल
ऐसे
मेरा
कैसे?
बर्थडे है और मेरे दोस्त बाहर खड़े हैं।
नहीं तो क्या हम आपके दोस्त नहीं है क्या? इसका ये मतलब है?
बिल्कुल सर, एक्चुअली दे आर कॉलिंग।
आज बर्थडे है या आने वाले कल में बर्थडे है?
सर आने वाले कल में बर्थडे है, मतलब
तो
12
अभी
बजे
है
से
20
start है।
मिनट यार, ऐसा थोड़ी ना है। मतलब हम भी तो दोस्त हैं।
ठीक है सर।
नहीं नहीं,
हाँ,
फिर
मैं-
जाओ। तो फिर
केक
एक केक का
केक
फोटो
इधर
डालना।
भी काट सकते हैं। हाँ,
हाँ,
केक
केक
इधर
का
भी
फोटो डालना एडवांस में। वेरी वेरी हैप्पी बर्थडे।
Thank you,
यस,
sir.
विश यू हैप्पी बर्थडे।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
या टोनी, सरदार जी, यू वांटेड टू से समथिंग?
हाँ भाई, तो हम आप जो है मतलब आई डोंट नो पीपल नो, बट हम जो है थोड़े डायनासोर एज के हैं, या फिर 23-24 वाले हैं हम, और तुम जो है मतलब 40 के हैं और आप।
मैं तो 20 का ही हूँ, मैंने तो कई बार बोला हुआ है।
ओके ठीक है, तो मैं डबल हूँ। मैं भी 20 पहुंचूंगा थोड़े दिन में। तो मेरी स्टोरी थोड़ी सी पुरानी है। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट आई लॉस्ट 1 month ऑफ almost 1 month of pay in 2008, sorry, 2009, when Manmohan Singh won election, right? I don't know many people remember. That was probably the only day Indian stock market had 2 back-to-back same day upper circuits, right? तो
Yeah.
मैं उस जमाने में ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग करता था, जब यूट्यूब भी शायद कुछ नहीं था उस जमाने में, तो कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी बना के अपने हिसाब से करते थे। लकीली सिर्फ 1 महीने की सैलरी है। आई नो पीपल हु हैड टू सेल देयर फ्लैट्स in Bangalore to do that. I knew people, right? तो बड़ा था, तो always have people say कि अपनी बचा के चलो। Nobody expected, but it happened. वो पुरानी बात है। तो मैं उसके बाद छोड़ के चला गया था। इनफैक्ट टू टेल पीपल, मेरा पहला शेयर जो खरीदा था दैट वाज TCS IPO। 16 या 17 शेयर मिले थे, एक शेयर आज तक बचा के रखा है। पता नहीं, इट बिकम 16 टाइम्स, सब कुछ हो गया। मैंने इसको देखना भी छोड़ दिया कि इसको कभी नहीं बेचूंगा मैं। पीपल आर सेइंग बेचने के बारे में सब। तो अभी रिसेंटली 2 साल पहले कुछ कुछ सेविंग्स को मतलब कैश आउट किया था समझ लो, तो उससे भी आई गॉट सम मनी, राइट? एंड आई स्टार्टेड ट्रेडिंग। टू बी ऑनेस्ट, आई एम एट अबाउट 20-25% drawdown from that. But that is not the mistake. The mistake I did was, like this kid was speaking about, ki 1.5 lakh he's minus and he's holding on, he's trying to fight. I did the exactly same thing. And because I had no margin problem, 1.5 lakh loss हो गया. I will sell double the amount of options ताकि cash pay ना करना पड़े. And I kept doubling it. 1.5 lakh, 3 lakh, 6 lakh, इस type के losses बढ़े थे, right? So people just understand. मेरी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट लर्निंग है कि इफ यू आर ब्रेव, इफ यू आर स्मार्ट, इफ यू हैव गट्स, टेक द डैम स्टॉप लॉस। ओके, फाइटिंग विद स्टॉप लॉस इज नॉट ब्रेवरी। आई मीन 2008 में स्टॉप लॉस का चांस ही नहीं था, बट टुडे if you have a chance of stop loss, take the damn stop loss. You are not brave, you are not smart by fighting against it, right? I did the analysis and I realized just 4% of my trades, I trade like 15 trades a day approximately, just 4% of my trades in last 18 months gave me twice the loss the remaining 96% gave me. And the reason is simple, I did not take the stop loss, right? So that's in one line. If I had to say बहुत सारी कहानियां हैं, but the one line that I want to say is, if you think you are brave, if you think you are smart, if you think you can take on the market, take the stop loss and then show it. Like I think somebody was saying ki, if you take the stop loss and the things look much better. I did that yesterday only. मेरी 15,800 की पुट थी, 600 की पुट थी. आई स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ, नहीं रिस्क नहीं लेना है, बाद में देख लेंगे. इट वाज इन प्रॉफिट. ऐसे कोई बात नहीं, जान लो, ले लो, टेक द पॉइंट, राइट? And so that is something people have to understand. I'm sure most people will not agree till they have seen this thing, right? But bravery is in taking the stop loss, not letting it run and fighting with it. Like, what do you think, Anand?
Uh, yeah, I mean, you are perfectly right in that. बट कैसा होता है ना यार कि ये पता सबको होता है, और जब स्टॉप लॉस लेने की बारी आती है ना तो मेरे से तो अभी भी कई बार होता है कि इट फील्स सो बैड, इट फील्स सो टेरेबल. खासकर अगर आप कि 3 4 5 ट्रेड अगर लगातार गलत जाएं, then you don't feel like कि यार मेरे साथ ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है, how can I be so wrong and my analysis is so correct and so on. And then you think कि मार्केट आपका स्टॉप लॉस हंट करके फिर वापस चला जाएगा, लेट्स वेट फॉर अ लिटिल व्हाइल. हमारा दिमाग ही हमारे साथ जो है वो एक डेविल का रोल प्ले करना शुरू कर देता है, आइडियाज डालना शुरू कर देता है कि कल तक वेट कर लेते हैं एंड ऑल दैट. और उस चक्कर में जब एक बार वो थोड़ा सा बड़ा हो जाता है, एक बड़े फोड़े की तरह हो जाता है, बड़े नासूर की तरह हो जाता है, तो फिर हम उसके सूखने का वेट करते हैं कि थोड़ा ब्रेक इवन पे आ जाए या थोड़ा लॉस कम हो जाए. एंड आई थिंक लोगों को लगता है कि मार्केट तो एक निर्जीव चीज है, बट मुझे लगता है मार्केट का भी अपना एक दिमाग है. अभी जो लोग पुट ऑप्शन बेच के बैठे होंगे ना, उनको वो तब तक पेन देता जाएगा, जब उनकी पोजीशन लिक्विडेट हो जाएगी तब वहां से मार्केट रिवर्स मारेगा. तो ये चीज तो सबके साथ होती है. बस यही है कि जब हम रूल्स के साथ ट्रेड करना भी मुझे लगता है कि एक वैसे ही होता है कि जैसे आप स्विमिंग करते हो या ड्राइविंग करते हो, जब आपकी हैबिट में आ जाता है, जब आपके साइकोमोटर स्किल्स का पार्ट हो जाता है, तो आप बस देखते हो कि ये लेवल आ गया और आप एग्जिट मार देते हो, यू मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट ट्रेड, इट बिकम सो ऑटोमेटेड. दूसरी प्रॉब्लम ये भी होती है कि कई बार हम अपनी प्रेजेंट लाइफस्टाइल, प्रेजेंट सेविंग, प्रेजेंट नेटवर्थ का एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट जो है ट्रेडिंग में लगा के रखते हैं, और जब वो हमें एमटीएम फ्लक्चुएशन दिखता है तो हमारे डिसीजन मेकिंग को पैरालाइज कर देता है. तो मैंने देखा है कि सेम पर्सन अगर छोटा कैपिटल से कर रहा है और छोटा फ्लक्चुएशन है, छोटा स्टॉप लॉस है इन रिलेशन टू हिज स्पेंडिंग और हिज नेटवर्थ, देन वो उसको इजी होता है डिसिप्लिन को अडियर करना. और वही बंदा जब बड़े कैपिटल से ट्रेड कर रहा होता है और बड़ा एब्सोल्यूट नंबर को एज ए स्टॉप लेना होता है, एज ए स्टॉप लॉस लेना होता है, तो उसको 10 तरह की रीजनिंग याद आने लगती है. तो ये भी बहुत रोल प्ले करता है कि हाउ यूज्ड टू वी आर इन हैंडलिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ कैपिटल.
So that's like, instead of reducing, people say कि जब आपके losses हो रहे हैं तो आप out of sync market आप reduce करो, and I kept increasing. That was so stupid. When I look back today, it feels so stupid that why am I increasing my capital when I'm doing wrong? I'm not getting it. Right. So just one final thought that came to mind is a lot of people are thinking losses, profits, 1% is same. But my learning is 1% loss to 1% profit conversion is easy. 1%, 2% loss to 2% profit conversion is 2x difficult. 25% loss to 25% profit conversion is 25 times more difficult. It is not one or two or this thing. It is not the same. Like you're saying, 100% profit doesn't happen. 25% also doesn't happen. I'm sitting on 25% losses and roach 0.5%, 1%, 0.1% I'm catching. So if you are taking bigger loss, it is going to be 25 times, 20 times more difficult to come back. So guys, please, take the stop loss. That's all. So thank you for giving the chance.
Okay.
Hey, hi Anand. Arun here.
Yeah, Arun.
Actually, I started my thing on 2012. So there is like I'll just give you a short story and then I can just tell the mistakes which I performed. So I joined late in the project. So I was assigned a cubicle where the managers generally sit. So it's like the younger person there was around 13 years elder to me. So you can see I was sitting with literally like people with 38 at 40 years. And every now and then they used to discuss about this, saying that I went short on Nifty, I went long on this, that. So even I started doing it. And the very first technical course which I attended was that of options. So it's like I stayed with my family. So even after getting a job, I used to get my pocket money, as always, how they do it in the college. So for the first 1.5 year, it's like every month, whatever salary you get, put it in a trading account, lose it, and it started continuing the same for like 18 months. So one thing what I remembered the most was I generally used to trade on the result based thing, on the Infosys stuff. It was coming like I used to buy a put option, and the result used to be very good and it goes up. So I lose the entire capital. So whatever I buy for like 40 rupees, 50 rupees, it used to go to 5 rupees or 6 rupees. And I used to go and average it, thinking that it has gone up too much. So next day or two, it might fall. So like that, I was doing it. That's the thing that's the mistake which I did.
Yeah. So, what is your day job, Arun?
I'm a software professional.
Okay. Yeah, we have Sugriv. You wanted to speak, Sugriv?
I just wanted to know what is the best hedging strategy in these uncertain times, particularly that algo trading takes place and all that.
Okay, sir, you have a very interesting profile. You are IRS. You are Commissioner of Income Tax.
No, GST.
Okay, okay. So GST is different from income tax nowadays. Acha, indirect taxes. Okay, okay, okay. Nice. I also prepared for civil service. My roommate who was there in GSRI with me, he is also an IRS now. He's posted in Delhi right now. So
You
how
are
come you came
you are
into
much better off,
having a roommate who is an IRS? Yeah,
and
he
you are
helps me
much
a lot.
better off than him.
Yeah, I mean, to be very honest with you, I mean, we both had similar dreams that we'll become IAS and we'll change the world. If not world, then probably we'll change India. And he is also from IIT Kharagpur. Are you from IIT Kharagpur?
No, I am from Delhi.
Delhi, yeah. So very bright chap, and he somehow got IRS. He couldn't get IAS. He had an option of getting IPS, but he didn't want to get into police
Most
services.
people have that option.
Yeah. So he got into IRS and he was into Raid and Caesar. I mean, जो दिखाते हैं ना जो मूवी आई थी एक शायद अजय देवगन की या किसकी आई थी guys who go early in the morning and raid all the businessmen and all that. So he was into that, and within 2-3 years he had severe burnout from his job. He took a sabbatical for 2 years or 3 years. I think he wanted to quit his job but could not leave his job because of his in-laws. And incidentally, I mean, he also has keen interest in trading and all. So when you said I am better off than him or whatever, so I mean I can always say angur khatte hain, but yeah, there is some truth in it because once you go into services, you realize the kind of pressure there is, or you realize the kind of difficult environment
सबका
you're
अपना
operating.
अपना charm है. There's a positives every place. We should look for
Yeah, yeah.
positives on.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, a positive thing is that actually you have an opportunity to change few things. He is right now into implementation of all the online जो income tax का portal and all that. So yeah.
हाँ,
So
थोड़ा part role play करने का सबको मौका मिलता है.
yeah. I mean, the way GST became a hot topic in India and all that. So I'm sure you guys must have seen
And there's
everything.
a lot of key learnings. I mean, it's a very progressive tax. It's one of the biggest reform post independence in India, and I
Yeah.
think it's very successful. Also, as you see, the revenues are also growing significantly now. So things are improving. Hopefully, tax compliance rate has gone up significantly. So let's hope.
Yeah, and the core idea of bringing a lot of informal sector and a lot of unbanked sector into the mainstream, that is happening, and that will actually propel the GDP. I mean,
Yeah,
as you said, the effect will come now.
combining with the digital economy as we are progressing more and more digital transactions, so they come into the tax net.
Yeah, you're right. But like, how is your experience? How many years you have spent in the services?
I'm pretty old guy, running in 55. I'm young.
55.
Yeah, but I did my MBA. I also took a sabbatical in 2006.
Okay, okay. Acha, I saw your profile picture now. Yeah, I thought you are like 35 or 40.
No, no,
Okay.
no. I
So
did my
like,
MBA from IIM Calcutta full time. I also wanted to quit, but
why did you want to quit?
somehow there was the economy was booming in 2006.
Uh-huh.
There were opportunities, and I thought I should cash on that. So I went to do full time MBA. But when I came out after the placements, Lehman Brothers happened. So I didn't take that risk.
Yeah, yeah.
I left. What is that called? This that PE firm, private equity.
Okay, okay. Yeah. 2008 was a terrible period for such firms. Yeah.
The placements were massive. Placements were there into March,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but after that, suddenly this.
And what I have realized is that people, uh, people like you, me, or my roommate I was talking about, once we see kind of progress, you can say, or once we see a level in life. I mean, telling you from my experience, I work for a large financial institution as a full time job, for a full time job, and I wanted to quit my job for a long, long time. I was not happy with my job.
that that
So
that frog story, na, that the frog went into a warmer water and kept enjoying it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that
So everywhere, we all of us are kind of unhappy with the present circumstances, and we want to change it.
see that unhappiness should be so that we can become more happy. If we become unhappy, then that positive feedback will destabilize. Na? The negative feedback should bring the system in correct position.
Yeah, you're right. So at 55, and you are like from Indian Revenue Services, you're GST commissioner, and you also did your MBA from IIM Calcutta pretty late. Now you are coming into trading
No,
at
I am not in
55.
trading. I'm just
Uh-huh.
curiosity. I don't own मेरे पास कोई डीमेट account भी नहीं है. I don't have one.
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
not even doing a shadow trading. Many people do.
Okay, okay. So, I got confused because of your original
No, no,
question
no, no.
about hedging
I
and
just asked that question because I was curious that what is the strategy people are using at this stage, because there's a huge fluctuations are taking place every day in not only in trades but currency and derivatives also.
see. To answer your question, if I talk about myself, see, every trader has a unique style, but all the styles can be clubbed into two, three broad ways. One is, you can say trend followers. Trend followers are guys who are, banking on continuation of a particular price trend. That what happens, the core idea is what happens if Nifty falls from 15,900 to 800 to 700. People will be forced to liquidate their positions. People who have bought on margin, or people who have bought at 16,000 or 16,500 or 17,000, they'll be forced to sell to book their losses. The way a few of the gentlemen were talking, that their losses are widening and so on. So because of the forced selling, the trend will continue. So there are a lot of people like me who bank on this particular fact that beyond a range, when a particular stock or a asset or index breaks, then the trend is forced to continue for some time. Trend following. It might be on an hourly time frame or a half hourly time frame or daily time frame or even a monthly time frame. For example, right now RBL Bank is falling a lot because of the changes at the CEO level which have happened. So the selling which is happening, a lot of it might be margin call, or it might be pledged stocks being released in the market and so on.
Mm.
So one class of traders would be trend followers. The second class of traders is contra trends, or faders. So whenever market goes to a resistance point or a support point, there you will have natural in most of the because most of the stocks or indices are mean reverting. They revert to a mean in most of the circumstances. So knowing this particular fact, a lot of people will take trades based on bet that the trend is going to reverse from the support and resistance points. So this is one class of trader. Trend followers are one class of traders, and then you have option sellers or option buyers who take this particular first order info into account, and then they create different kind of strategies to take
Like
advantage.
how to identify fat tails?
Fat tails.
Yeah.
Okay, how to identify fat tails? See, lot of premium which is there on fat tails, or a lot of the term tail risk is coined is because it is not easy to identify and it is not easy to price. That's why it is always underpriced for any asset class. So my answer to would be it is not easy to identify it, or it's not possible to uniquely identify it. I mean, it's very easy to identify in hindsight. If you think about last crisis of 2008, subprime crisis, even people like Dr. Michael Burry, he was shorting the market from 2005 2006 levels, right? So to know when the market will show a kind of a spike on the negative side, it's not easy. It's not uh, doable easily. That's my answer.
Acha, I have last question, then I'll go down.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not boring others.
No, it's
Uh,
very interesting. We have a lot of questions with you. Probably someday we'll do one-to-one
uh,
spaces about your
okay.
life because it's
So
very interesting. Yeah. Go on.
I just wanted to know why, like, our markets mirror exactly U.S. markets. Even the curves are identical. So, like, our economy is different, their economy is different. So, isn't it this? Our market is not based on the economic fundamentals, or what?
See, markets are many times disconnected from the economic fundamentals. Many times. Okay. And not only our market, the entire emerging market basket follows the global leaders like Dow, or European markets, because of late you would see a lot of dominance of foreign investment or FII in all emerging markets, and emerging markets as a basket is seen. So entire the macro trading scenario is broadly can be classified into risk on or risk off. So everything moves vis-a-vis dollar index. If it is risk off scenario, then dollar index goes stronger and stronger. For example, when Russia Ukraine war started, dollar started becoming stronger and euro started becoming weaker, or basket of any currency started becoming weaker, including Korean won or rupee, or any other emerging market currency. And when people get relaxed and everything is hunky dory, and we think that no risk is there in the market, so it's called risk on, taking the risk on the asset, and then all these currencies start going up against the dollar index. So not only our market, every asset class follows the primary dollar index and dollar interest rate, and based on that everything is dancing around that. That's the scenario because of the interconnected movement of money which happens, and most of the money is uh, uh, because of the leverage it is created. So that's why markets are interconnected. Earlier, when so much of FI participation was not there in our market, then we have a market was fairly disconnected from global market. But you can say since liberalization, uh, we have in every sector, in every stock, we have huge FII participation. And whenever किसी ने नॉर्थ कोरिया में छींक भी मार दिया, अगर कोई North Korean dictator makes a missile test or something, then also FIIs will start selling because they are selling the entire basket, and that gets reflected into our market or any other smaller market.
And there's One last question, sorry again. This LIC का bottom आ गया है अभी और भी है?
ये तो LIC का तो जो अभी है, जो उनका स्टॉक होल्डिंग है एंड जो उस पे भी जो नेगेटिव MTM है, तो मेरे हिसाब से, एंड आई एम सेइंग इट ऑन अ लाइटर नोट, ये LIC वालों को, बिकॉज LIC का एक बहुत बड़ा विंग जो है वो मार्केट को टाइमिंग करना, बॉटम को बाई करना एंड ऑल दैट, तो LIC वालों को भी नहीं पता है कि LIC का बॉटम कहाँ है. सो आई थिंक मोर पेन इज देयर. They will be falling along with our index. I think there more pain is there in our index also. And LIC, after being listed, has a lot of more regulation, more disclosure. So earlier, they quarter on quarter they could afford to sit on M2M losses and all. Now they can't. So I think more pain is left for LIC. Or bottom kahan hai, I think it's not possible to say anything about it at the moment.
Thank you, Anand. I'll also join you some other day. Good night.
Sure. Okay. Bye-bye. I wanted to wind it up. It's already 12, so we'll take one last caller. Whoever wants to speak. Somebody took mic just now. Ronak, you took? You want to speak? हाँ, कुछ आपके पास से आवाज तो आ रही है.
सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको?
बहुत आप चुपके से बोल रहे हैं. आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड बगल में है क्या?
नहीं सर, वाइफ है.
अच्छा, वाइफ भी गर्लफ्रेंड ही होती है.
हाँ, वो गर्लफ्रेंड ही थी एक टाइम पे.
बोलिए.
सर मेरा प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैं शेयर मार्केट को वॉच ही कर रहा हूँ बहुत टाइम से, और अभी ये समझो ना कि दो वीक हुए मोस्टली मेरे को. अब मैंने ट्रेडिंग करना स्टार्ट किया है, तो वही जो अभी साइकोलॉजी पे बात हो रही थी, तो स्टॉप लॉस जब भी नियर बाय होता है तो ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये मैं कैसे गलत हो गया, तो ये चीजें कैसे ओवरकम करूं.
आप रौनक जी, क्या एज है आपकी?
25.
और आप गाड़ी चलाते हैं?
हाँ.
कौन सी?
नेक्सॉन है सरकार.
नेक्सॉन किसी टाटा की होती है? ओके. और आपने किस उम्र में गाड़ी चलाना सीखा?
8 साल हो गए. 17 साल का था तब चलाना सीख गया.
तो मतलब आपने वहीं पे एक लॉ तो वहीं तोड़ दिया आपने. तो जो आप 17 साल की उम्र में जो आपने गाड़ी चलाना सीखा, उतनी नाजुक सी उम्र में, तो जब सामने से कोई ट्रक आता होगा या कोई रिक्शे वाला आ जाता होगा और बगल से कुछ और जा रहा होता, तो आपके पसीने छूट जाते होंगे.
बराबर.
राइट. अभी तो आप अपनी वाइफ के साथ पिक्चर देखने जाते हैं, बात भी कर रहे होते हैं, तारीफ भी कर रहे होते हैं, और गाड़ी अपने आप चल रही होती है. सड़क की तरफ आपका ध्यान रहता भी नहीं है, बस आप देख रहे होते हैं, बट ध्यान नहीं रहता है. अब आपको पसीना नहीं आएगा. कुछ बहुत मेजर भी हो जाएगा तो आप ब्रेक मार के गाड़ी साइड में लगा लोगे, आपको डर नहीं लगेगा.
बराबर.
ये हुआ है इतने सालों की प्रैक्टिस से. तो मैं कहता हूँ, लोग विश्वास नहीं मानते, बट ट्रेडिंग भी जो है वो काफी कुछ आपका कार चलाने जैसा ही है. जितना आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे, भले वो उस साइज के कैपिटल का लॉस, MTM लॉस देखना, अनरियल या स्टॉप लॉस बुक करना, दिन के अगर आप 5 स्टॉप लॉस बुक कर रहे हो तो आप एक साल में 1000 स्टॉप लॉस देख चुके हो. आई एम नॉट सेइंग आपका हर ट्रेड लॉस में जाएगा. आई एम अज्यूमिंग आप 15 ट्रेड कर रहे होगे. तो धीरे धीरे आपको इन चीजों की आदत पड़ जाएगी और वो आपको अफेक्ट नहीं करेंगी. नए लोगों के साथ ये प्रॉब्लम आती है. ये 2 चीजें याद रखिएगा. एक तो ये कि ये प्रॉब्लम आपके साथ यूनिक नहीं आ रही, सबके साथ आती है. Whoever जो भी गाड़ी चलाना सीखता है, शुरू में उसकी फट जाती है. ओके. और दूसरी चीज ये आपको सीखना है कि आपको बस अच्छी आदतें बनानी है और एक्सपीरियंस गेन करना है. अभी रातों रात अमीर होने का ट्राई नहीं करना है. अभी आपको कोई स्ट्रैटेजी, कोई ऐसी स्कीम नहीं सोचनी है जिससे आपको एकदम से गेन हो जाए. Once you have developed discipline, once you have right attitude towards the market, बाकी चीजें अपने आप आपकी it will start falling into place. Okay?
Okay, sir.
ठीक है, सो आई विल वाइंड इट अप हियर, वी ओवरशूट द टाइमिंग। थैंक यू सो मच गाइस फॉर पार्टिसिपेशन। आप लोगों को अगर ये अच्छा लगा तो जैसा आजकल फैशन चला है, इसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेके और आप अपने ट्विटर के टाइमलाइन पे डालिए कि आपने अटेंड किया, आपको अच्छा लगा। मुझे तो आज बहुत मजा आया, कई इंटरेस्टिंग लोगों से बात करने को मिला। थैंक यू सो मच गाइस, गुड नाइट।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।